Hi guys, Beetlejuice here, and welcome to another video. It's been a while, but again, I had the time to make videos, so here we are. Here we are making sim racing videos again, and this time it's on ACC and on a platform called LFM or Low Fuel Motorsports. Okay, just quick rundown. Okay, we get in turn one. I think we shove it in there quite hard, but no harm done. We had contact from the left hand side. Again, no harm done. And we're starting at the back. Again, just a quick rundown. Low Fuel Motorsports is a platform that not tries to mimic, but at least it's like iRacing as we see the Ferrari spinning out on that corner. I think he got hit from behind. Anyways, going back to Low Fuel Motorsport, it's a platform that gives you ratings and also safety ratings just to measure your racecraft and also your skills on the racetrack. And in order to join the platform, you must do a license run on their one of their license run servers. But just basically those servers that will let you hot lap for at least 7 laps. So the mechanics is, as we got passed by the Porsche, the mechanics is number one, you need to be on a at least 105% of the best race time on that track. And I think the track that are being used for license runs are Brands Hatch. And just to give you a heads up, you need to be on the 126s in order to get your license for the whole 7 laps. Otherwise, you will not get your license, of course, if you're not in the 126s. But anyways, going back to the race, we got passed by the Porsche, but after lap 1 we were in P18 after being last. So again, that's good, at least for me. And also the reason why I started last, because I didn't run the qualies. Why I didn't run the qualies? Because I don't want to get killed, because my pace, or rather my qualifying time, is only good enough for the midfield. And when you're in the midfield, you're basically playing with death. And low fuel motorsports is not free of people crashing into each other. I crash into it. I crash into other people, and also I get crashed by other people. So it's not the system is still not perfect, at least for me. But it will never be perfect because, sim racing, you cannot get away with crashes are everywhere, not just in sim racing but also in real racing. As we see the scrap between the Porsche here, they're really having a scrap this early on in the race. So for this race, as the Porsche went wide, and I think we're going to be capitalizing on that. Yes, we do. Oh, and that's one way to take it. And the Porsche is on the outside. We have to give him space. We try to stay tight on the inside. And for this next turn, he will have the inside on this corner. You had to yield because there's no grip on the outside going into this pit straight. So yeah, good battle. And the McLaren binning it on the straight. I don't know why. Okay, so going back, the reason why I didn't quali, because I don't want to get killed. And so far, we're not getting killed when you started at the back. And also, I wanted to increase my safety rating, as my safety rating has dipped so hard. Like from 3 point something, it became flat 2.00. Now it's at 2.8. And the reason why I had 2.8, because I kept on starting at the back. And when you start at the back, you're not in the middle of things. You're just waiting for things to happen, and you're just inheriting positions as the other people or the other racers make mistakes. Anyways, as we trying to catch this Porsche, this chicane is very tricky. It's not as square for me. Like, It's a very weird chicane. At the same time, if you go over it, if you don't respect that chicane, it will spin you out. Because I because it spun me out during my practice runs while I'm trying to learn this track. Yeah, so far so good. With regards to the racetrack, I think this is one of the racetracks where it's really impossible to make passes. Yeah, as the F1 pundits always tell us, it's like Monaco without walls. So we're currently P16. We're chasing Pilates with a Porsche. So again, I think another collision, collision indeed. The Ferrari getting the worst end of the stick there, and there's blue flags waving. I don't know for whom, and I think yeah, we got passed. We went wide. The capitalized on our mistake, and we got passed. Anyways, going again into this turn. Yeah, it's very hard to get this turn right, at least for me, because it's very fast, and at the same time you have to like be mindful of the track limits on the outside. And again, going into the chicane, just go over it nicely and just drive like a grandma over it, and you'll be fine. And again, another scrap in front of us that is happening. And this is one of the sections of the track that I struggle a lot. I don't know how to take some of the corners properly. Anyways, going to the second to the last turn. Uh, it's tight and clean. And the Ferrari behind is all over us. He is all over us, ladies and gents. And he is clearly faster because he's not going away. And again, going into this last turn, we had the moment, and yes, we indeed had the moment, and I think we need to take a defensive line. And yes, we did take a defensive line, trying to stay tight, give him space, give him respect, and yes, we managed to defend him like a lion. And this McLaren in front of us is all over the place. He is all over the place. He's not making the apexes, and we run wide. I think that's a track cut. I think we received a track cut on that particular sequence, and that's very bad. We need to be faster there in order to, catch this guys who is currently scrapping in front of us. By the way, we're using the Aston Martin. Um, I've watched some of videos because I woke up one day and I searched how to get better at sim racing or how to get better at ACC. One of the tips was to stick to a few cars, and since Aston Martin is one of the first cars I've driven on this game, I'm sticking with that. And maybe in the future I'm looking towards driving the Bentley or maybe the McLaren. I drove the McLaren already. Like for me, it felt like you're like so quick. The McLaren felt so quick, but then after you end a lap, you realize you're 4 seconds off the pace. So yeah, that's one of the goals. Either drive a Bentley or a McLaren. When I think we almost got collected there by the Porsche. Good thing we're racing clean here so far. But that's not always the case. But again, low fuel motorsport lobbies is still better than public lobbies. In public lobbies, people will get salty and will just ram you off the road. Here, if you do that, you will get banned if you get reported by the driver that you ram. Anyways, going back to the race, blue flags are being waved like crazy here. I don't know who is being blue flagged, but anyways, we are going again through the chicane. Still very slow, but I'll take that. At least we didn't spin. Uh, This Porsche and McLaren having a mighty scrap. They are having a mighty scrap over here. It's like Initial D all over again. Oh my god, I love that anime. I wish they should have at least continued for a few more seasons, but it is what it is. And oh, he got round wide by the McLaren, and we're side by side again. We don't have the grip on the outside, so we have to slot in at the back of him. And again, we had a moment, another oversteer, which almost caused us to spin on the pit straight. And going turn one, these guys are having a scrap, and the Porsche will dive. McLaren yields, and he got the position. What a move from the Porsche. And again, blue flags being waved. The Porsche is having none of it. He tried to force McLaren outside, and now McLaren is now way behind the Porsche, and we have to reduce our pace, otherwise we will crash into him. And yeah, so far this McLaren is all over the place. And again, here he goes wide. Goes wide, going to the chicane, missing the apex. I'm just so bad right now that I cannot pass this guy. He's missing the apexes, I still can pass. And the Porsche is also the other Porsche is pressuring us from behind. And again, he runs wide. We are gaining on him. Gaining. We are going to pull over to the right hand side. Oh, and we will hit him, and I apologize. I'm sorry. I was too eager there, and also I miscalculated the brakes. See guys, that's what happens in low fuel motorsports. It's not just them, it's also me. But so far it's clean racing. Apart from what happened there, so far it's clean. The race is clean. Okay, going to turn one again. The Ferrari trying to make a move, trying to have a look, and we had the moment there again. I mean, so far people are being cautious. Like, that's what is important. Like, from what I did, everybody is being cautious. At least from my perspective, I haven't seen anyone who got slammed because of a car being out of control, and the only guy who did that was me. But then again, I felt I was faster. So when you're faster than the guy in front, the mentality the mentality changes. It's like from being patient to being not so patient and try to pass him the next corner. And that's what basically happened to me. Like, I felt I was faster, so therefore, if I'm faster, why not send it, right? Anyways, going back in the race, we are currently riding a P17. I think we made like 7 positions from P23. And yeah, that's six, actually, the 6 positions. Okay, so far we're running nicely. We're running nicely here. P17. And okay, the three guys are having a scrap: the Ferrari, the Porsche, and the other BMW is in front. I think they're going side by side on the chicane. Ferrari has to yield because otherwise they will crash. Then we will brake once we get past on that pole on the left hand side, trying to be as call this as tight as possible. This Ferrari is struggling. He went wide. The Ferrari goes through, and I think we will go through as well. And again, I missed the braking point. I dive bomb like a crazy person. Good thing the red Ferrari has a spatial awareness. He saw me. Otherwise, he would have turned in if he was any regular driver. And anyways, even though we made a pass against against two drivers, we will relinquish one position here because I did make a mistake. I think I broke or I brake too early. See, I brake too early. Brain fart. That's what you call brain fart. Braking too early. I clearly misjudged the braking point there, and that's why the Ferrari got through with no with no resistance. And oh, look at this, another position for us. And we're now up in P14. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just stay clean and the positions will come to you. And just be clean, be consistent, don't overdrive the car. Just drive within the limits of your capabilities and you'll be okay. And that's why we have practice runs. That's why we do practice before races. And during practice, that's where we push the limit. But during the race, I prefer to just drive within the bounds of my capabilities. Because otherwise, if I overdrive it, I will spin. And also, if another guy is chasing you and you know that he's around 1 or 2 seconds, or maybe 5 tenths faster than you, just let him go. Especially if it's like early in the race. But if it's down to the last lap or down to the last 3 laps, of course you have to, defend your position, defend like a lion, because it's the last 2 laps of the race. You don't want to relinquish positions at that stage of the race, because the goal of racing is to finish as high as possible. Okay, I think we screwed that up. We basically screwed that up, that turn one again. And we almost killed that Ferrari guy. And running P14, we are doing good. We are doing so good. Imagine from P23, now we're in P14, 9 positions gained. And yeah, we're trying to emulate Alex Albon in the Williams, who is currently having a fantastic season after being booted out from Red Bull. I think that Alex Albon is really good. It's just that he lacked the confidence during the 2020 season. I mean, you're up against Verstappen, the best in the business. But still, I mean, if Albon is still a very solid driver in my opinion, I'll have him in any team. That's why I got really upset when he didn't have a seat for 2021. And also the guys that surprised me in F1 this season is Alonso. Like, despite the bad luck, he's still very quick. I mean, if he didn't have those bad luck, he would have been so high up in the points right now. But being being a F1, the downs get really hard, or the downs can be so so crazily so crazily frustrating that you're already down, and then then bad luck will step on your head. That's just basically how F1 works, especially for Alonso, who I deem to be one of the most unluckiest drivers on the grid right now. As we're talking about F1, the Ferrari is now pulling ahead, and also we are also ahead, pulling ahead from P14. We're like 3 seconds ahead of P14. So far the mission now is just to um, take it home with no damage. I think this race will only last 12 laps. So if my calculate, okay, it's already finished. It's already finished. The smoke screens on the grandstands are already being deployed, so it's finished already. So once again, we will be. I believe we will finish in P11, and this is the reason why we will finish in P11. That guy, that portion, the left hand side, I think he ran out of gas. That's very unfortunate, and because of that, we will finish in P11 from starting in P23. And again, that's the end of the video. If you like the video, please subscribe, and yeah, see you on the next video. Subscribe and like the video, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.